They called me and said, "Hey, look, just go to a party. Let's go hang out with the ladies. Do our thing, and we'll pick you up." Well, unknown to me, in that vehicle that they came and picked me up in, they had just did a robbery earlier that day, and in that robbery, somebody actually got killed. Not knowing to me, they picked me up in a vehicle that has murder attached to it. And as we rode around in this car, no one spoke about this murder or even the robbery aspect of it. So when we got pulled over and arrested, we all got handcuffed, put us in jail. And when we got charged, we all got charged for felony murder. And when we got charged for felony murder, I was like, oh my goodness. My mom, everybody was like, well, what's going on? How did you get in this situation? And I'm telling them, like, I ain't had nothing to do with this. And as time went on, we got arraigned. They gave us an attorneys. The other two, friends of mine, they had paid attorneys. They gave me a public defender. And as we got bound over there to Superior Court, charged with felony murder, I was in shock. I didn't know how to respond, didn't know what to do or how to do it because I didn't know nothing about the law. And the attorney that they gave me was only 2 years into practice and didn't know that at the time. So as we started fighting, their attorneys separated all of our cases. So each one of us went to trial separately. The first person went to trial. He got acquitted of the murder, and he got 5 years for a robbery. The second person took a deal for voluntary manslaughter with a gun in the robbery and said somebody else was the principal. I went to trial. The jury came back, found me not guilty of a weapon. The judge was never instructed the jury on the introduction of felony murder, which provided aiding and abetting, so they couldn't deliberate on that. There was no ballistic tests or anything done to prove that the weapon was in my possession. There was no one present at the time that the bullet had come out to match the bullet with the weapon. The jury that they gave me was 6 members of the jury was victims or have been known someone to be a victim of a robbery. And see, it was just so much. So when they found me guilty, the jury kept coming back asking, like, how do we put this person as the killer when we can't even deliberate if he's the actual shooter? The DA came back and told the jury, well, to find him guilty, you don't need to find him guilty of a gun to find him guilty of murder. All you got to do is prove that a robbery happened and the murder attaches itself to the robbery with no defense. 30 minutes later, the jury came back and found me guilty for felony murder and gave me life without the possibility of parole plus 9 years. I had no black jurors, and the ones that they did have was black. They removed them. No.
Don't be polite, be real. Do you consider a bunch of white folk down in California your peers? No, you don't, especially during the Rodney King era.
It was actually brought up in my case with me. I had asked the judge why, or they're kicking out like a lot of the black jurors and everything. They would say, well, based on the area that they pull juries, they said, well, this is the jury pool area that we can pull from. And it was majority all white.
So yeah, that had to, I don't care who the fuck you are, that's gonna freak anybody out.
And the ones that they did have was black, they removed them.